The Detroit Red Wings announced that Jacob Bernard-Docker has earned a 2-year extension with the team. JBD slotted into the third pair, and he's certainly gained the trust of the coaching staff. What's interesting is with extensions to Ben Chiarot and the upcoming extension for Simon Edvinsson, there could be as many as 7 defensemen already locked in for next year, with prospects like Shai Buium who are going to be fighting for a spot. There still seems to be a deficit on the left side that needs to be addressed, but the roster's already pretty full. Are there going to be changes this summer, or are they just preparing for a further transition to give some of the guys like ASP a chance to develop without the pressure of being full-time NHL? This is your 7-Minute Wings. Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. If you're new here, please click like, subscribe, and share this out. Head over to hockeyhotstove.com. I write the Red Wings column. You can read news and information about all the teams in the league. So this was interesting. It's no secret that Todd McLellan has really come to like JBD's game. The Wings award him with a 2-year extension. If you head over to ProHockeyRumors.com, there's a quick write-up about it. It says, Detroit Red Wings have announced that they've signed defenseman Jacob Bernard-Docker to a 2-year, $3.2 million contract, $1.6 million AAV. It'll run through the 27-28 season. Thank you. We know how long 2 years is. Bernard-Docker, 25, is in the first year of Detroit after signing a 1-year, $875K contract last summer. Former first-round pick, began last season with the Senators, finished with the Sabres, etc. We talked about this last summer when they got him. He's not doing offensively what he did in college, but there is a bit of a redemption arc here for JBD. I really like this. He's only 25. He'll be 26 in June. I have no issue with the signing at all. In my intro, I'm honestly not trying to stir the pot. I was just kind of looking at the numbers last night. Obviously, Justin Falk has another year on the right side with the trade that they just made. So on your right side, you have Seider, Falk, JBD, and of course, Sandin-Pellikka, who was just sent down to Grand Rapids. If you missed his first game, they're back in action tonight. Sandin-Pellikka had a game, really looked good. He's finding his game again. But right now on the right side, you've got 4 defensemen heading into the summer. What I'm thinking off the bat is they've got 1 year with Falk, so the pressure is not there for ASP to be full-time NHL if he still needs time in the AHL. Now, honestly, when I look at Sandin-Pellikka, if you look at the interview he did with Bob Kaiser when he arrived to Grand Rapids, you can tell he's unhappy with this, but Sandin-Pellikka is a constructive kind of self-critical. He honestly assesses his game, and he puts a ton of pressure on himself to get better. So I really think this final stretch in Grand Rapids is going to do him a ton of good. Grand Rapids is a lock for the playoffs, and this is a team that has high expectations. So Sandin-Pellikka, he'll be there for this stretch. The playoffs could be really good for Grand Rapids. And he's going to go into the summer understanding North American hockey on a different level, and he's going to come into training camp hungry. So now you kind of have a competition with JBD and ASP. Of course, you can always do 2 righties on the same line. I don't see you doing that with those 2. And on the left side, of course, you just extended Ben Chiarot, and Simon Edvinsson's extension is coming up this summer. And you've got Johansson. Well, you've also got Shai Buium, who, if Shai Buium could stay healthy, he could be a third pairing defenseman in the NHL. Even if you're saying he's a 6'7" guy, he's got the skill set. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. You've also got Anton Johansson coming over. He's going to be a full year in Grand Rapids, so that's not an issue. But that's another right side guy. And I think you're looking at the reality that Tuomisto and Wallinder just haven't panned out for Detroit. They're going to be career call-up guys possibly at this point. AHL careers with opportunities when injuries make an opening on the roster. So it seems like they're moving on from them. Johansson, I still like his physicality. Anton Johansson, that is. When he comes over as a right shot, I like his physicality. And, there's some potential there, again, for a third pairing defenseman. Stepping back from this, I really think Detroit does not have a true second pairing defenseman in their system. Ben Sherratt's career is going to be winding down. He's a veteran. Albert Johansson, I love him in the third pairing. I think he has some offensive upside. And Shai Boyum is the same thing. Until we see Boyum on the NHL level, if we get to see him performing there, you don't know, but you're still slotting him as a third pairing. So just like last summer, Detroit's heading in, and I'd love to see them upgrade the left side. But if you try to bring in someone else now, you're looking at 8 or 9 guys who are going to be battling for roster spots, and only ASP is eligible to go to the AHL at this point. And hopefully you're not loading up like last year, where they had waived Gustafsson and Hall. Hall's gone, and Gustafsson's gone after this year. But right now you've got 4 right shot defensemen set, and you feel good about that. But the deficit on the left is very, very real to me. And hopefully before Sherratt's extension is gone, they find a way to fill it, because you just don't have it in the system right now. For this team to take another step, again, we're talking about the defense, they need to bring in a left side person. So let me know what you think. The blue line's a little bit crowded, and there's a clear deficit, in my opinion, on the left side. Is this just you've got Falk for another year on the right? Get JBD to stay because you like him on the third pairing. It's an opportunity for Sandin-Pellikka to continue to grow his game with the AHL as an option. Yeah, it may be crowded next year, but as injuries eventually hit, it'll sort itself out, not a huge deal, and move on. For the most part, I think it's a good extension, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. This was your 7-Minute Wings.